This Mouldy school lunch story, principal came out and said this is the fault of Compass, the group that provides the lunches, and the government. But our food safety scientists say otherwise. They have issued a statement. This is from MPI. They have attributed it to the New Zealand Food Safety Deputy Director General Vincent Arbuckle. They say we investigated the affected meals with visits to both Compass and the school. Our investigation found it is more than likely that the issue arose from human error at the school. The deterioration of the affected meals likely happened because they were delivered the previous Thursday, remained at the school without refrigeration, were then accidentally reserved to the students alongside fresh meals on the Monday. Now, the principal, Peggy Burrows, disputes this from Haeata Community Campus and joins me this morning. Peggy, good morning.
Morena, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Now, you said that you've looked at CCTV footage and this proves that it's them that's in the wrong, not you. What does it show?
Well, we're not trying to prove wrong. What we're trying to look at is a systems failure. And so the video footage that we reviewed with the MPI food safety officers yesterday clearly shows that between 9 and 9:15, the van driver from the Compass Group delivered 8 cambos full of the meals. And then those are put onto the table, and then we just follow a normal process. So that happened last Thursday, as it happens every day. Fresh food delivered hot. And then around about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the same van driver arrives and he picks up the 8 cambos that we had seen in the morning and he takes them off site. And Haeata is a PPP, a public-private partnership. The Ministry of Education is merely a tenant in this fabulous facility. So every morning at 5 a.m, PFM, as part of their contract, performance management group, they go around and they do a check. So nothing was found by the property staff on that day, or prior or after. So then on Monday we viewed the footage, and the same van driver arrives and he has 9 cambos with him. He takes them into the cafe and puts them onto the table, as is best practice. And then our staff who are paid, they then unload the cambos and take out all of the people who might be vegetarian, halal, dairy free, and those are put into a special place so that we make sure that the students are getting exactly the right meal. And then we carried on with the footage because obviously we wanted to know. So 9 cambos arrived, they were distributed as they always are. And then once the children arrived, excuse the bell, once the children arrived, you can see that the staff are helping to open them. And then the person, our lunch lady, who runs the program, is suddenly a little bit heightened. She then makes a notification. A teacher is also looking at one of the lunches. And so we shut the lunch program down while we did an investigation. And so what the cameras show us is that multiple cambos had contaminated food in them. It wasn't just one, and they were definitely cambos that had been delivered at that time between 9 and 9:15.
Look, it's pretty compelling what you're saying. Would you ever consider releasing the CCTV footage?
Well, it becomes complicated. I would release it in an instant if I were able to, but because this building or this facility is owned by by a consortium, and our project management is with PFM, there's a policy that sits in behind our cameras, and there are only designated people who are allowed to view.
Privacy issues and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I can understand
exactly.
that. Okay, so
if we get permission to do that, we are certainly happy to release it, because it does absolutely.
Who do you need permission from to get the footage?
Well, I suppose I would have to talk to my board presiding member, and we would have to make sure the school lawyers perused it. So
okay. You're keen to get it out there, though, because this is the thing. Like, you've got the minister coming after your school, coming after you. But to be fair, that you have shot the other way a little bit as well. Takes 2 to tango a little bit. Do you think, what is MPI sat down with you? You say MPI looked at this footage. How can they have seen the same footage you have seen and come to such a different conclusion?
I cannot explain that at all. We certainly messaged the lead investigator when that came out and asked for clarification, and then we also sent an email.
And have you heard back?
Not yet, but I imagine that we will today. And I think the other thing too is when you say fired back, Haeata has been very proactive in supporting the lunch program. We're very grateful for it. It is huge in our community because it's one of the most vulnerable communities in the country. And whenever we highlight things, it's because there is genuine concern. So what we have a genuine concern is our children received burns because the meals were too hot. Our children received plastic inside the containers. We notify that. So it's not complaining, it's notifying errors and breaches of a contract. Compass Group have a contract with the Ministry of Education, and there are deliverables in that contract. This was a systems failure. It's not a political issue,
Are you
and I don't want to be involved in a political discussion.
Are you trying to get out of that contract and do your own internal model? And is it true that as late as last week, the ministry rebuffed your requests?
No, not at all. So in 2023, the school made a proposal to our board to say that we would like to provide lunches to the school children, because we're a $56 million modern learning environment. We have an industrial kitchen, a commercial kitchen, and a cafe. We had staff who were able to provide that, and the board said yes, and then we asked the ministry and they said yes, and then suddenly, without notice, we were put into the Compass contract and told we could not deliver that on site. We accepted that because we are a state school and we are very biddable and we do as we are told. We are grateful for the lunches, but they haven't really been successful for this tranche, really, which is unfortunate.
Okay. But aside from the burning and how do you explain the 73,000 of the same meals went out to Kiwi kids on the same day? No one else had any problems, and 15 other schools from the same distribution centre, same meal, no problem. But you guys have a problem.
So with respect, Ryan, that's not my brief to explain that. That's a systems failure in a contract that is held by Compass Group, and we want an answer to that question.
Okay, all right. Honestly, Peggy, this is just so bizarre, this story. I mean, yesterday I wasn't interested, really, but today I'm fascinated. If you do get permission for that CCTV footage, Peggy, then please send it our way. We'd love to see it.
We're more than happy to, and thank you for the opportunity to speak. I very much want to emphasise all we want to look at is the contract that Compass Group hold with the ministry and a systems failure within that contract. That's all I'm asking for.
Peggy Burrows, the Haeata Community Campus principal.